Hey guys, so this is my official follow-up to my last video that I posted. Now, in my last video, I was pretty stressed out and distraught, and the reason being is because I got the results from my quad screening stating that there was an over 80% chance that I was carrying a baby with some kind of chromosomal abnormality or deformity. Could be Down syndrome, trisomy. Anyway, so I went back to my doctor to get a more conclusive test after those test results, and I just got the test results back last night, yesterday evening, and everything came back normal. So baby is okay. And I just wanted to take a minute to make this video in reference to that because I kind of have a bad taste in my mouth due to that first test. And it's my fault. I was not educated on it. I did not educate myself before I took the test, really. I kind of just go to my doctor's appointments as they come. It was at around, I think it was like 16 weeks when they did the quad screening. I don't know the official name. It could be just a quad screening. So what that is, and this is the first test that I'm talking about that frightened me and my husband incredibly, and I spent about a week crying, stressing, not being able to eat very well, having gastrointestinal upset, which for me, I do have ulcerative colitis, so it's nothing new, but this was just like a different kind of GI issue. I didn't sleep. I don't know if I said that already. Anyway, it was really bad. And your mind just starts going and you don't really know how to stop it. You start thinking about the future and what your life is going to look like, raising a child with any kind of chromosomal abnormality. Anyway, like I said, I was not fully educated on this test. I went in, doctor listened to the heartbeat and was like, okay, we're gonna send you for this test since you're considered high risk since I'm 41. They just automatically deem you as high risk. I think it's after 35 or something. And it's probably different in different parts of the world, maybe even different parts of the nation. Anyway, so I just walked back to the lab. They draw my blood. Didn't really ask many questions about it until I got the test results for that. I get a call, and I believe it was from I don't even think that it was a nurse practitioner. It definitely wasn't a doctor. It was just this young lady, just kind of reading off of, I could tell she was reading something, just kind of reporting statistical information back to me. And I quote, hey, yeah, so it looks like your test showed that you have a really high risk of having a baby with chromosomal. It looks like over 80%. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know this is so hard. And this is her talking. And I don't even know what happened. I hung up with the phone, obviously, because I got off the phone and I just started crying. And my husband came in and he was crying. And once I got it together, I did some more research. Or should I say, I did some research. I hadn't even read about it before then. I just wasn't really even a thought. My husband also read about it. So basically, they're testing for elevated levels of AFP hormone. And elevated levels of AFP can indicate an abnormality in the pregnancy, a chromosomal abnormality. And these elevated AFP hormones, they can also be caused by other things, such as inflammatory markers. I have inflammatory bowel disease. I was in an active flare-up when I had that blood drawn. Age is a significant indicator of a raised AFP hormone. I am of advanced maternal age. Medication. I am on a medication. Prednisone, it's a corticosteroid, and that has been shown to raise AFP. Also, just from reading a lot of Reddit and even a few of your comments, raised or higher levels of HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin, the pregnancy hormone, can raise AFP. And I do know that this pregnancy, I was so much sicker in the first trimester than with my son. I mean, it was debilitating. I think I went over it briefly in the last video, but it was really bad, which is an indicator of an elevated HCG level. So it was just such a culmination of things leading to a raised AFP level. I had the odds definitely stacked against me in that sense. So I went back for the more conclusive, it's called the Maternity 21 test. And what it does is it actually goes in and tests the fetal cells instead of just the mom's screening or likelihood of having a baby with these abnormalities. This test is more conclusive. It actually tests the fetal cells for a confirmed outcome. So I went in for that. I got my blood drawn, and they said that it would take about a week and a half for results. I got my results, what is today? Almost exactly a week later, so a little bit less than what they had told me. Thank goodness. And the woman called, and it was a different woman this time, and she was just like, hey, I just want you to know that your test results came back and everything came out negative. You are not carrying a baby with whatever. At that point, I probably should have listened, but I just started crying again because it had been such an overwhelming 2 weeks, honestly. So overwhelming. That I just started crying, and I just said, thank you so much for this phone call. And they did confirm, this test does confirm gender, so it is a boy, another boy. I'm just over the moon, and so fortunate, and I just started crying, and my husband came in and gave me a big hug, and we both started crying, and it was just such an emotional roller coaster. It is indescribable, the roller coaster, but I just have to remember how fortunate I am that the test results did come out the way that they did. There's a lot of people where it doesn't end up in such a positive manner, and I understand that, and I am extremely empathetic to that. and as I was doing research, the more research I did and the more videos that I watched on this topic, I realized that a lot of physicians' offices are thinking about taking that first quad screening out, because really all it does is cause turmoil. So it just really upset me that this woman, the first call that I got, she was just reading off of some statistic list, and I know that's her job, and I'm not mad at her personally. Obviously, I don't even know who it is, but it's just like, what is any mother supposed to do with that news? What do they think, you know? And they didn't even tell me, well, there's a big chance of getting a false positive on this test, because there is. It's been confirmed that this quad screening gets tons of false positive results. Just putting the mother and the whole family in distress for however long. So I just kind of wanted to make this video to also bring awareness. There are quite a few videos that are bringing light to this topic and awareness, and I feel like it's definitely my duty as well to do the same thing, to share my experience, because it's just I don't even know why why wouldn't they just do the Materna 21 test that only tests to confirm the fetal cells. I mean, I'm sure it has something to do with money. Everything does, but it was just a really bizarre experience for me. So anyway, that's my story. Please comment and ask any questions that you have in the comments below. I would love to answer them. And also, thank you so much for the support in my last video. I really, truly appreciated everything that you guys wrote. I know it wasn't much. I don't have a huge following, and I don't have like hundreds of comments, but the people that did comment really made a difference in my morale for that time. So I just want you guys to know that I'm so grateful for that, and it meant a lot. And please subscribe and like if you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned. So my next appointment is actually with the high risk doctor, and I believe it will be an anatomy scan, but I don't 100% know. But it's my first appointment with the high risk OB, and that is in about I think like 8 days. So stay tuned. I'm going to update you guys on that doctor's appointment. And thank you so much for sticking with me throughout this pregnancy. It's been quite the experience. But yeah, thank you so much, guys.